1, 2, 3, 4. I told you so. I told you. I told you so. I told you. Remember when I told you about 9/11? Remember when I told you about Building 7? Remember when I told you about the fluoride in the water? Yes, I did. Remember when I told you about the New World Order? Remember that? Remember when I told you about the chemtrails in the sky? Remember when I told you that NASA was full of lies? Remember when I told you about the ultra mind control? Well, I just want to say that I told you so, yeah. Remember when I told you about 432 hertz, that is, and what 440 can do to you? It hurts my ears. Remember when I told you about the vaccine agenda? Yes, I did. And that Michelle Obama is a transgender. Yes, he is. The dinosaur fraud, the climate change scam, and yes, Sandra Bullock is also a man. Remember when I told you that there ain't no clone? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. Remember when I told you about the TV flicker rate? And how it puts your brain in an alpha state? Remember when I told you about germ theory? Remember when I told you about gravity? Remember that? Remember when I told you about Paul McCartney? Remember when I told you about direct energy? Remember when I told you about Monsanto? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. Remember when I told you about the mainstream media? Your so-called celebrities and pedophilia. Remember that child trafficking and adrenochrome. Remember when I told you about the Georgia Guidestone? Remember when I told you about the false flag operation? Remember when I told you about 5G radiation? Remember that I told you that? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. But you didn't listen. I told you so. I told you so.
I'm on the next level. Yeah, I know you heard about it.
Mother Motherfucker.
You know I'm bout it, and don't you ever doubt it. I'm incomparable, that's why they staring though. Turn up the stereo, check it out, check it out, check it out. I'm hot just like a sauna, New York to California. Too hot, too hot. You ain't seen nothing like this, nobody do it like this. I'm on the next level, next level, on the next level. They all tryna catch up to my next level, next level, on the next level. Check it out, check it out, check it out. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Motherfucker.
You like that old school, back in the music, that shit is old news. I'm popping through the ceiling, that's my motto, that's my motto. I lead, they follow. I'm hot just like a sauna, New York to California. Too hot, too hot. You ain't seen nothing like this, nobody do it like this.
Motherfucker.
I'm on the next level, next level, on the next level. They all tryna catch up to my next level, next level, on the next level. Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Tell me it was all in my head, then I don't know what I'm talking about.
According to Encyclopedia Britannica, mountains generally are understood to be larger than hills, but the term has no standardized geological meaning.
Meltology 101, baby. Once you see the melted bricks, you won't fall for their lame-ass tricks. Geologist, you're fired.
Larger than hills, but the term has no standardized geological meaning.
Boom, baby.
Just how many, quote, natural formations are really just extremely weathered, once extremely large stone-built structures? Maybe there are many stone granite hills, and even maybe mountains that dot our earth, which grand structures of a forgotten people.
Boom, baby.
Encyclopedia Britannica, mountains generally are understood to be larger than hills, but the term has no standardized geological meaning.
What's up, everybody? All right, we are live on Shapu's channel for the first time. This is exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say hi real quick. I'm outside. Hey, but I'm going to stay black screen. But thanks for letting me sit on here and just watch it. So
Yeah, we love having you on CFM.
Yes. You're sweet. Thanks.
So, Shapu, this is the first live stream ever on your channel.
Yes, ever. Like directly from my channel, on my channels. So, yeah, welcome everyone.
Wow.
Thank you, Jen.
We should have been doing live streams over here before this, but yeah.
This is quite an honor. Thank you for letting me on.
Oh, anyway, in case anybody doesn't know, I got a strike on Friday's show that we did. They said medical misinformation. So I'm out of commission for 7 days. It's the first strike I've gotten on this new channel. And we decided we wanted to go live and we would do it over here because we have not gone live on Shapu's channel. And we're going to start doing this more often, that's for sure. And get him more used to controlling behind the scenes and, taking the reins and stuff. But
yes.
How do you feel about that, Shapu?
I don't know yet. Maybe it could be something something fun. I'm just
a little nervous.
Yeah, a bit. Trying to engage like conversation and stuff. But with you, it's always good. And CFM also, we took over your channel a couple of times. So.
I like it.
I like it too. I am going to have to dip out of here in about 15 minutes to go pick up my husband, but I'll only be gone for 15 minutes. But we are definitely going to get into Peru today. Peru's got a lot of crazy stuff, and Shapu has a whole folder on it. So we're going to be at this for a little while. I have a few videos that we're going to look at as well. But I was thinking we would start with... if you want to, Shapu, we could start with your folder and start getting into that. This way, when I got to go, you'll still be in the pictures going through the rotation, and that'll keep you going for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Does that sound good?
Yeah, no problem.
I like it.
No problem.
So the locations in Peru that you have in your folder, do you know where the locations are, or is it just all pictures of different spots?
No, I've got like folders of locations, and I've got like just random spots. But I try to get the locations and the name of the places most of the time. But sometimes they don't even have a place. It's like in the mountain between this place and this place. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots in Peru where they don't even know any information on this stuff. And it's just like either people stumble upon it or, they know it's there, but they don't know who built it, when it was built, or any information on the location. And a lot of them are on mountaintops. Imagine that. Yeah.
And they're still discovering new places because I've got like... an article from February of this year that they've just found like new places.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to bring it up?
Yeah, right away.
I didn't even know about this.
That's the thing that drives me crazy is like you try to explain it rationally that the mainstream narrative is that entire cities were forgotten to exist until they start excavating and go, oh, look, there's a city under Seattle. We didn't know it was there. Like, at what period in society did people just forget there was these monstrous buildings and then they get covered up? I mean, if it wasn't some giant cataclysmic revelation, flood event or fire or whatever, that had to have taken millions of people or whatever, hundreds of thousands of years, and people just forgot the buildings were there as they slowly got covered in plants and dirt. Like, none of it makes sense.
Well, the same thing happened with Herodium in Israel. They forgot all about that, and then they went up and started poking around and realized the whole thing was a building.
Yeah,
exactly.
We all forgot it was there.
Yep.
Crazy. I love this stuff.
Yeah, just like this, if they start digging this hill, they might find other ruins, but...
And they're finding, quote, Roman, they always call it a Roman bathhouse. Like, we know that, but all over the world, Come on.
Yeah.
You know.
Because the Romans, they were roaming around.
Yeah, I like it. Here's your drops. Come on, people. Here's your drops.
Yeah.
I get
I'm in
this.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
There you go.
I meant to click this one.
You think this is a joke?
I like that one.
Oh my gosh. All right. So what are they saying about this? Is it like a fortification, or they don't know it was a city, or what?
No, but you know how they go with their numbers. So they say this one, it's 1,000 and 1,200 years old. You know,
I
a
wonder how they know
ritual
that.
complex again.
A ritual complex?
Yeah,
It's always rituals. Yep.
yeah, they know that they did rituals there, because I don't know how can you know it, but
They're always experts on rituals, and then they tell you that actually there aren't witches and Satanists doing rituals.
Yeah.
But yet we find them throughout history, when they uncover things, they go, "Oh, they were doing rituals." Like they don't do it now.
But the funniest thing about this one is that they say that it was built by a civilization before the Incans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Wari.
The who?
Yeah, Wari.
Worry.
Don't worry.
Wari tribe.
What me worry?
Don't worry about it. We got this.
So, did you ever heard about some tribe before the Incans?
No.
You know,
No.
they just invented them, I guess.
Well, that's what they do. They invent narratives.
Yeah, they attributed to AD 600 to AD 1000 before the Incans. So again, and look what they say. The presence of in Peru was always been elusive. Yeah, because they just invented it.
Right.
Yeah. That's how elusive it was. We
The
created
elusive Wari.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, they show you like LiDAR pictures
I
of.
love the LiDAR stuff. That is so cool.
You can see the shape of this, what's left of it, because this one doesn't penetrate the ground, so you see only the relief.
Nope.
I got you. Hey, Natalie. What's up?
And I think it's nothing else really interesting that they say. Unless the ash from a volcano that buried them. That's what they say. So,
Oh, there's a volcano near here?
There's always a volcano in there.
always.
Oh, man. Those pesky volcanoes.
Yeah.
Pants on the ground, pull your pants up. Sorry, it's the dad in me.
Yeah. So again, in Peru, they find always these rock cut stone temples that they call it, because there's no more like leftover bricks, but you probably can find some. If you find some, they will bury it. Remember the article from when they found like a buried structure, like brick structure, and they had to rebury it because
Oh, right. Yeah.
it doesn't go with the narrative. So there's
Oh,
no Romans in America. So
Yeah, those Romans are Roman.
yeah. So yeah.
So we got the Wari, our pre-Incan.
Yeah, exactly. So
We got 31 people here. Welcome, everybody.
Huzzah.
We came over here to Shapu's channel.
Not bad for your first live stream, Shapu.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Thank you. But it's you
All the
guys.
way to Hawaii. We got someone from saying aloha.
Aloha. What's up from Hawaii? Thomas Roland.
Thank
or
you.
Roland.
Thank you for being here,
Here's
everyone.
yep. And here's the link as well to what he was just looking at, if anybody wants to check that out.
All right.
There we go. All right.
So, wow.
Take us to Peru, Shapu.
Yes. What was that guy that used to do? What was that? Robert Leach, and now we're going to go to Peru. Anybody remember that show? He was
Yes,
the
I
lifestyle,
remember that.
rich and famous. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the spot. Yeah, this is the spot I was just showing you. And in the same vicinity, there's like this thing,
Wow.
and another
that.
kind of temple that they say. But if
And
you
this
look,
is the new people you were talking about that supposedly built this?
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
even though it looks identical to the drawings of the Babylonians, it's
Yes.
Yeah, like a ziggurat.
yeah, exactly.
exactly like it. So this is what like this place.
This place is crazy.
And you can see this one looks like a corral, but
This one, I love this one. Yeah, this one's crazy looking here.
I think we'll go there. And this is called like El Paraiso. I think it's in Lima, in Peru. So. But we'll start with the
What
place.
does that mean that you put on there, Jen?
What?
English frequent asked. I was trying to read that.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. What does that
Okay.
mean?
I love English facts plus the letter narrative. It was,
See, I'm having trouble understanding that.
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, maybe you can give it a little more explanation. Think in caps, but thank you for that. Think in G caps.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, Brian Foster's always covering a lot of stuff in Peru. Now,
Oh, yeah, he's like the gatekeeper of Peru, you know. So.
Yeah, right?
And not in a bad way, in a good way.
Yeah, he shows a lot of places, and he doesn't like go totally with the narrative, but also he cannot explain.
Oh, I see. So he is. I see what you're saying. Oh, I don't know that guy. I get all my information from YouTube.
Well, I think he still believes in aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got us so compartmentalized that even if we agree on things, then we veer off on other things, so they keep us separated still.
Yeah. So we'll start with a familiar place that we covered like many times. You, Jen, you covered this place like with Steve a couple of times. It's called a Sexy Woman.
Sexy woman. Oh, that's the only way to say it, for real.
Yeah. That's
I
how
agree.
they say it. So, and
It definitely looks like some kind of circuit board from the aerial view of it.
like this.
Yeah. I mean, look at the precision on this thing.
Yeah.
It looks like something straight out of a computer.
Exactly. There's like you can see even these type of wall. They're crazy.
Well, didn't you find some bricks in that?
Yeah. If you go close to the close up, yes, I think I've got some. But I was because every time you hear about Sexy Woman, that's that's the thing that they always show. But just across the other side, there's this thing, you know, that they don't want to tackle. But
look at that thing; it is so muffed up.
You can see that all these blocks here, but what's going on around this place? You know, they had blocks, you know, as you can see here, but there's some remains in this big pile of melt, you know.
Yeah, on the other side of that is the terracing going up. We see
Yes.
the terracing everywhere all the time.
Yeah, just in front of it. Yeah.
Right.
Two things. No one says, what was it? Sexy woman, better than you, Shapu. But also, could you say it again? But also the aerial shot of that, I mean, grid-like, totally.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Computer boards would match up to that stuff.
Yeah.
And what's it called?
Sexy Woman. woman. Yeah, you can see it.
You even got a laugh out of the silent wave on that one.
So yeah, I'll try to find like you can see that there was like structures like everywhere. I don't know how you destroy this kind of structure, but you need something really powerful.
Yeah, it definitely was X factored. You can see the melt.
And again, when you read the Bible stories, God touches the things and they melt.
Yeah.
So you tell me what temperature that is. You don't know.
I don't know. Exactly.
That's the reason they left all these things, is so we don't have to experience it again. Because if it's coming again, you want to stay away from it.
That's right.
And here you can see they show this part here because they have trouble explaining. And you can see there's a crack here and a part remaining of the same structure in this part.
I would love to explore this place.
But you can see, it's something really melted. It's not a glacier running here for thousands of years, that created this.
Yeah, the old glacier narratives. I love that. Oh, it's crazy.
Right?
Yeah. You can't. Oh, I can't. I had something from this place out. If I click it, it is gonna show.
It'll play, but then you can't talk. You can hit unmute and you can talk over it, but it'll just play. You can't stop and start it.
So I think it's a video from that place. So talking about how they think it's melted. So it's gonna go with the sexy woman.
That should be.
This area of stone is not merely vitrified, but was.
Sorry, I clicked it. My finger just clicked it.
No, it's great. Keep going.
This area of stone is not merely vitrified, but was, at some point within the distant past, turned to lava. With the limited investigations available, predictably none of which undertaken by funded academics, it has been revealed that this mysterious event did not occur as one would have presumed from a heating from above, but from beneath, or perhaps from within the center of the stonework, successfully melting the stone wall in its entirety into a pool of liquid magma. And although largely overlooked by tourists, and indeed academics alike, the evidence of the stone having once turned to liquid is undeniable. The question then, what turned this stone to liquid?
Yeah.
Exactly. What turned it?
Baby.
That's right. I love that clip.
Yeah, because it's about it's not a sexy woman. It's just a site near there, but it's the same kind of stones. And you can see.
Yeah, I don't think that they're megalithic stones. I think that there's brick under there. It's just like a it's not as thick and bulky as it looks like from the outside.
Yeah. No, because there's some places that you can see that the covering is off, like these parts here, but who knows if they have been. I know they have been refurbished a lot, these stones. You can see them doing it at some point.
And we're just supposed to believe that they were really good at Tetris, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. But this fits with the sintering theory that we covered.
That's right.
You know how it goes, because you can see like the higher you go, the smaller the blocks begin to be. You know, it's
right.
really interesting.
The heat's coming from the bottom up.
Yeah, and it goes on forever. Like it's shaped like a star fort. You know, kind of. You know, when you see it from above, all these pointy places.
It's big. It's vast, this area.
Yeah. I don't know if I have like, you see like this. You see some kind of what they have some structures.
What is that?
Yeah.
So
it's like a missing piece there.
Yeah.
Is it this that's inside? Because you can see the coloring of the red between the stones here,
Yes.
like just the stucco on top of it, or thick.
And they used to say that they thought that these were heated and kind of molded into place.
Yes,
I got the first part right.
it could be, yeah. But who did it? That's another question. But you can see here that this one is beginning to separate in multiple sections.
Mm-hmm.
Not like this one. You don't see any cracks, but this one it's beginning to be the same type of like this kind of stuff.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help. Our melted reality wanted to make sure, letting you know they were late. So let's see if I can do this here. How's that?
Nice.
I can work on it from here. 33 Illuminati confirmed watching. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you hit the like button.
Thanks. Yes. Thank you, Mark.
Shapu's first live stream, and we're all
All
part
right,
of
guys, I got to go pick up my husband. I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
You're doing great, Shapu.
Thanks.
We're you got this.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Rich.
Oh, no worries. I'm happy to be. You let me be here for this epic event. Juan Truth is now here, and Brian O'Shea I see, and I am Karos. And
nice. Welcome. Thanks. So we're just covering a sexy woman. So, just to the familiar site that everybody knows in Peru. It's like the first site that everybody goes to see there. This Machu Picchu. So, but Machu Picchu, it's a kind of a big hike. So this one is really lower. So I guess much easier. But look at this pile of melt. What? I wonder what kind of structure was there like before.
And then there's what's underneath it still.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably areas that underground that didn't get destroyed, and they're just buried in that rubble.
Yeah, exactly. There's pockets of air that we call like pockets of survival. But, yeah.
That's where the slee stacks live. So.
Yeah, exactly. And my example is like when you bake bread, the air coming out, but not all the air comes out. So sometimes it makes like a pocket inside of your bread, and probably the same thing happens with this type of melting with the rocks.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. No, I like food analogies.
I know, I like them too. And that does look, someone even mentioned it, but that last picture, it looks like Star Fort shape around the outside edge. Totally. Yes. So then you wonder how big the actual structure was,
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe some of that mound stuff behind it were part of it even, the etchings and pictures that we have and the stuff that you have, they show Babylon cities that just went on for miles and miles.
Oh, yeah. And probably this is what they were all over the place, these giant cities that they had to destroy because they couldn't explain any of them, It brings too much question, for us to, and for them, they cannot answer it. So,
because when you think about it, like you're taking an aerial shot there, but when you look at that to scale, I mean, they really had to have a way of being able to map that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's no way with the current narrative in my mind, bringing horses up there and trying to draw it on. And then some of these builds went on for, like, some of those churches and stuff went on for like 100 years. Like, really?
Yeah.
It's going to keep building the same way, nothing changed. You know what I mean? And none of it makes sense.
No, in the story it doesn't. It really doesn't make sense when you look at it like in within entirety, not just a single place, because that's what they do. They compartment. What's the name? I can't
compartment. Now you got me doing it. Compartment. Whatever. They stick us in boxes. Okay, but yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Exactly. But when you look at all of the sites together and compare them, you see that something how many people, if you say that there weren't many as today and not as good technology and everything, it's really hard to explain. So and this what's the why, this shape and this
Yeah.
thing for a
That
building.
probably had the center power source maybe in the circle, and then
Exactly,
it
because
spat out,
this
right?
doesn't look like it was a building or anything, because now what we have today, we don't see much, but doesn't look like this thing had doors or anything,
And it's very similar to a clock dial too when I look at it.
Yeah. And you can see here, look, there's like water canals, I think. This,
Yeah.
these type
And that would have been a good conductor of energy. That's why they had those water fountains and all that weird stuff in front of them. Maybe this was all filled with water. Who knows?
Exactly,
It was
because
a Roman bathhouse. That's what they always say.
yeah, I was just going to say that all these Roman water purification devices are rounded things like this. They call them, I don't know, I guess water purifier, but they always made this way. So this could have been like a big giant water tower.
Yeah.
And who knows what they were doing with it.
So I see Angela wanted a shout out. Hi, Angela. And then I realized she's saying that Juan True said we should shout out the Slee Stacks. I don't want that kind of energy. So just know that they exist. You'll probably see them in movies and stuff if we talk about them enough, but they're down there. But hey, everyone, and Dana and Mr. Beast fan and Rethink. Hope everything's doing better at your house. Chris Salerno's here. Oh, hi. That's the mama, right?
Oh, hi, Chris.
She says she wants to thank everyone for their prayers and well wishes for her recovery. She's back in Philly now and keeping us in her prayers every day. And much love from Jen's mom. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, much love from us also. And
absolutely.
Yes.
And Pants on the Ground still hasn't pulled up his pants, but he wants to be a shout out. John Levi, if you're listening. So yeah, shout out. Watch us, but I love it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Be like, and he'd be like, and this comes from a channel called Frutkis My Research. He's got some really good photos in this one, right? Anyway,
yeah.
That's my. Hi, I'm Karos. We said hi. Patty G. We said hi. I think we got everybody. Whoever just showed up.
I think
Natalie
we said hi, Dana, Mr. Beast. Yes,
okay.
Nice.
All right, keep going.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks.
We're just trying to do filler, right? We've only got 20 minutes when Jed gets back.
All right, so you can see that they have refurbished some spots, some places, but left other places like untouched, like they don't want to dig around this wall. There's a wall that just doesn't do anything. There's some melted stuff here. Look with their like a 2 square something here, but there's a lot of places that they don't even touch.
Look how far along that goes with those zigzag moves.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you pulled back, how big was this actual complete structure?
No, yeah, it should be. I don't know. It's
and home bless us. We are live, so
yeah. So, and these lines are pretty interesting.
Yeah,
from there. And the space here, but they don't want to explain anything about this place. We need to make our own explanation, because just look at this. It's like Dana said, it doesn't look like any living quarters anywhere. Looks like a big power plant of some sort.
Yeah, Mr. Beast fan, I agree. How is that possible? Designed from the ground, exactly. and Shapu, if anyone can find them, Shapu can find the photos. We're still looking for a horse on the second level of any building.
Yeah,
we never see it.
No,
because supposedly horses brought all these bricks up on top of these monstrous, gigantic structures. Yeah. And if you look at the pulley system that you need, it has to be huge, and they have to walk really far, or they'd have to be up on the next level, the next level.
Yeah.
and I don't see that. So the narrative doesn't fit.
Yeah, exactly. And also these blocks, how they were made, they are cast or just from the heat or stuff. It's still a question, but from what we see, you can see that these blocks here, I don't know if they are original or not. Even
Yeah, it looks like a repair areas, maybe. Yeah.
yeah, could have been, or these ones here or these ones. I cannot assure you that I know or tell you that it's something that I don't know. But look how these ones have bubbled up. They're not straight like they should be. If you make them, you want to make them straight, and like this one, you don't put one that has melted down at the bottom.
And that's the thing. Like they always, people will say, "How can you prove what you're saying here?" Well, we can't. But what we can tell you is the mainstream narrative does not work. It doesn't match up. It doesn't make sense. I think it was on John Levi's channel not too long ago that he did one out here in Washington, and he did this building. I think it's in Everett or something, and it's this monstrous building, and they built it in 1 year, and he did a thing like, well, I guess I should stop now. I mean, that's so ridiculous to think that thing was built in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, it's just they built it in 1 year. It's impossible right there. So it's
and then it's a post office. Let's use every resource we have and every working man that possibly could move things and build a gigantic post office.
Yeah. So this is like the front of it. The other part, this is what we see. Maybe this is like the power station, and this was like where the big castle was, where it's all melted down. We can do what we can say, some theories, because all that history and space and everything is just theories again. But they tell us that it's true because they made the story. So, but yeah, all of this, it was one big part at one point. It just melted.
And the chat is hilarious. They are giving the opposing view that potentially they use donkeys that work their asses off.
Oh, nice one.
I need to have the rim shot guy sometime. That was pretty good. The chat's funny.
Yeah, the only picture that I sent you, it was a donkey that they always like it. Not even 2 stories. They always put like 100 stories.
And he wasn't doing anything. He was being lifted. He wasn't helping at all. Exactly. And then I found one, but it was actually a drawing from a book, so that didn't count either.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I think I have the rim shot guy. Let's see. Yeah, I found him.
Thanks.
So I'll be ready if we need it.
All right. I even did like this, is it original? Is it been refurbished? Is it the covering? Yeah. I cannot tell you, like, because I don't know. But compare it to other places, there's some inconsistencies that doesn't go, like this part that's all melted, that's connected to the same, they don't.
And I am Carol says a good, where are the foundations? Because we believe, like, they're buried.
Yeah,
we're only seeing the tops of everything.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they never dug as deep as they could to see, I guess. Yeah. Or if they did, they found out something that they don't.
They found the slee stacks.
Yeah. Also, so they just covered it up because they would got out. They would get out. Yeah. But yeah. All right. So I think we can see like all these. You can see it's melted and it's resting on another one. You can see here.
Yeah.
There's another one below it.
And is the lady?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know. Look at the size of that monolith rock in front. She's standing in front of him.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see.
That donkey worked his ass off.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or the 1,000 people, or the 1,000 people that needs to work for just to lift this one. It's,
Yeah, and let's not forget they were on top of a mountain.
Yeah, also.
Or wherever we are. We're higher up. I mean,
yeah, you can see it's.
You had to come from a distance.
Yeah. And you can see how smooth it is now because
wow.
The children are just using it as a slide.
That looks really fun, actually.
Yeah. Sliding on the melt. And again, also it's the same site. It's called a Sexy Woman. And you can see on the other side of the frontal part some blocks. But again, just a mind-boggling. That's what they will tell you. And I guess
it's just huge.
Yeah. This site it's you see like this. Again, they will try to tell you that they use these stones to put, but it's
like. Did they carve them to fit like that perfect, or did they just? Oh my God, we found the right one. Put it in. Like what do they tell you? It's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's almost impossible to.
Because if they lay that one that has the notch, right? That you're the one you were pointing at just a minute ago that dips down.
Yeah, this one.
Instead of doing that and then having to find a perfect brick or cut one. Couldn't they've just got another one that was more straight across? They have thousands around, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes no sense.
No.
Where's my guy? Here. Let's see. Oh, where is he? Do it again. Bullshit.
There. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And this is just another close-up of the same site. And you can clearly see this one. That something happened to these rocks, and you can see the blocks just going into this melt,
Yeah.
That's why because you can see this, that we think maybe if I can just one like this, maybe it's refurbished, but if you see this one, same kind of thing, but you can see that it goes into the melt. So these are probably original, but
where are we at here? Where's this location?
We're still at the same place, Jen.
Yeah, we didn't leave. We didn't want you to get lost, not knowing where we were.
Because this stuff's melted as fuck.
Yeah.
We're here. This guy got him. Let's see.
Very true.
Oh, that's right. I do what I can from this phone.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, that was way better.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I like that one.
Yeah. So we're covering like this place.
What I'm wondering is the town right next to this location. I wonder what that's covering up because they built all their stuff there,
Oh yeah. As you can see some, I think I've got like a picture. You can see like the town. And this one, look, you can see.
Yeah, look, these outer stones aren't that thick. They're not megalithic like they say.
Yeah. So you think maybe the original was that, and then they added those things on the fronts?
Yeah, kind of like probably like what they did with the pyramids, like insulator casing stones.
I see.
If this was technology and not actually a temple and it had a functionality, you would need like insulator.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense to put that molding stone, But this is a view they don't see really often. Look at this part.
Wow, look at it. And all that around it's melted.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because this was probably like the power plant for the place. And
Yeah.
And I gotta say something to you, Shapu. You got 34 people and 34 likes. That's pretty darn good.
no, thanks
Go
for
Yeah,
that.
great group.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. What a great chat.
But it's you guys.
Oh, 36. 2 more people better hit that button. Keep going.
Keeping.
And you know who you are.
That's very true.
Much better. See? You're better.
I got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
James,
that's all muffed up. That whole area there. Wow.
this is the slide I was showing like earlier,
Right.
where the children were sliding. And this, I never heard about this area.
Well, they don't talk about it because whatever was there is melted now, and they
Right.
can't say it was constructed that way.
Just one single, like this.
See, look at that. Wow.
Where was it? Like this. This is the place. Where was it? Like this part here.
Uh-huh.
And this is the part that's all melted.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they don't touch it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nope.
Even Jinx agrees.
So I saw James. Yeah, maybe James is in the chat. We could look at this post that you did today.
Yeah, let's do that. James, we're going to highlight your stuff today.
So you made a post on the group about the place in Peru. It's, what is it called?
It looks like Turkey.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the place in Turkey. It's, Pampachari.
Huh. I never even heard of it.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
She started.
So funny.
Jinx. No. Yeah, it's exactly like Turkey. These houses, like the people just
That's crazy looking.
making their houses into the melt.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, I definitely never saw this before. This is good, James. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, James. I had a folder of this place, but we showed his stuff.
They look like hobbit houses, don't they?
Right?
The Shire. You found the Shire.
Is that red brick sticking out? Go back. Slide back over. See that red spot?
Oh, this?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Might be like this type, but it has to come from somewhere. No, my new couch.
Oh no! Don't claw the new couch. Sounds like it's
What
leather.
happened?
Yeah, it is. She will get to it. I can't do anything. But anyway.
Poor Jinx.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What is this?
Just a remake. Jinx. Come on.
Like a wizard hat.
That is crazy looking.
And exactly like Turkey, and this you can see the blocking
Look at that. Wow, that's incredible.
and the melt. Yes. Nice
They
picture.
just carved right into it and made a doorway there. That's what we're supposed to believe.
Yeah. Again. Look at
Wow.
this melt.
You could see the where the stone was there.
Yeah, you can see here. Look, this
Yeah. It's the same as up there. Yeah.
same pattern. I wish I could like zoom
I
more.
guess they just lifted up the whole top of the sedimentary layers and put that in and plopped it back down on top.
Daryl Davis is here. Good to see you.
What's up, Daryl?
And Zal Mox, I believe, is from Australia. Good night.
Good night, mate.
I messed up that other one. Was it red something? Everything's in from Australia now.
Yeah, look at this just melting over stuff. What was it? I don't know. It's some kind of structure or something.
Roman bathhouse.
Yeah, or a Roman bathhouse. But they still use it as a house today, so
Might as well. That's what they do in Turkey.
Yeah.
again, same. Oh, thank you. She's got a guinea pig, I guess. It was named Jinx. But look here. Look at this.
Is that terracotta?
Looks like it's a terracotta roof, like stuck in there.
Wow.
How'd that get in there?
Yeah.
It's cooked earth.
Maybe it was made later, but I've shown places that had the top part still stuck in the melt. So maybe this one too. And you can see that what they did, but you can see that inside it's all hollow, and I wish I could see like inside how up it goes, you know.
Yeah, right? I need to see pictures of the inside of this place. These are crazy. I never saw none of these pictures.
Yes, thanks, James.
The Eagle Eye Crew.
Wow. That is really odd. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. It's like
Almost looks like it would turn or something, you know? Like a giant gear or whatever.
Yeah. Like four points. Yeah. It's just I wish I knew what it was, but
It's melted away too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the stuff we see in like Arizona and stuff.
yeah. You can see that this rock curtain just melt over this one, but it stopped right here, or maybe it fell off. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And here, just a view from the melt. Look, this thing all melted. Like,
look at it. It looks just like what we see in Turkey.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. Wow. It's like a whole little town.
Exactly. Again, some nice meltage here. Oh, look at this.
No, I don't think they're dragon scales myself. I mean, you could see that it was melted, whatever it was. It's flowing into each other one.
Yeah, dragon.
I mean, that's my opinion.
No, but dragons, they're not like, if they were dragon, they weren't that big, only in movies. The dragon that they tell you in stories are always small.
Other than like the main dragon, but he wouldn't be fossilized.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, hey, anybody's right at this point, possibly, but it just doesn't seem like it.
Yep.
It seems more like they were structures. Just like I agree, some of these things are trees and some of these things are fossilized giants. I can see it all. But there's definitely things that were melted as F. And these are them.
You can see here, like these probably like brick popping. Doing the same thing here. And this just remains. This is the same thing as all of this. Again, this big structure just melted down. This is what we see where all of this came from,
Right.
because you can clearly see like the flow of it, all of this.
Yeah. This looks similar to that stuff on the very top looks similar to what I'm going to show in the video that I have, but I don't think that's the same location. They're calling the one I'm going to show a hilltop fortress. And I don't think they know who built it.
See windows.
Oh, yeah.
The rock curtain just fell off. Right, like this.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Huh.
Which would push it more towards, for me, structure than a dragon scale because it has windows in it.
Yeah.
See, that looks like a giant egg from Alien that the thing comes out of.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. It's
Right?
funny.
When it burst open, yeah.
Yeah. Movie tripped me out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It came out when I was 13 years old, and I lied to my mom and said I was going to see some Charlie Brown movie, and I snuck in. But it was the afternoon. There was no one in there, so I was the only one in that theater.
Oh, my gosh.
I had nightmares that night, but I couldn't tell anyone. I would have trouble.
That's too funny, CFM.
I don't
Now,
know.
see, this reminds me of like, what is it called? Goblin something in Utah?
Yeah, Goblin Valley,
Yeah.
but less melted.
Mhm.
But there's so many of these places. Like, look, even the smaller one have still rocks on top, like holding. And
That guy really likes that rock.
He's a rock hugger.
He's a rock
Oh,
hugger.
no, I want to stay a little longer.
He's a melted building hugger.
When he first started touching, that was just a tiny little hill. And now look at not rock hard. No, keep going. Look at the pig.
Is that a giant pig? What was that? A boar? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's those big kind.
Big pig.
All right, we've seen like these ones, and again this one. Just
it's just amazing.
Oh yeah. It's like that. This top part is probably made from something different from the bottom. Oh, I like this one. Look at this. Can see the kind of melting. Oh, nice. This one's pretty interesting. No pickaxe marks, Jen.
They say all those are all pickaxe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like this. Again, they maybe look like they look like scales, but for me, it was like brick stone structure.
I missed the pickaxe marks. Where were they at?
Right there.
Oh, wow.
You doing?
Who's picking that out? Ground level.
Yeah. Again, just a big melt. Now look at this one. Just like what we see like everywhere in the canyons and stuff like this. This one's interesting.
Yeah, that almost slid, but it solidified and didn't go all the way over.
Exactly. Again with this rock curtain over from the top. what's left from maybe the stucco that was covering the stuff there. You know what? So does it look like your place that you're gonna show, Jen?
Yeah, it does. But not exactly. Mine's up on top of a 13,000 feet elevation that's higher than Machu Picchu.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
No, look at this stone melting. Again, from this hill. You know.
Yeah, you can see the flow. And you see some black stuff there too, like black drippy stuff up where those two nodules are up top.
Oh, this.
Yeah, see the black stuff coming down? Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably the same black stuff that we see everywhere. But it's only start from this. It's interesting.
Makes sense. It would make sense if that was the roof.
Yeah. The roof, that's another kind of material. So like this, you know.
Wow, look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can clearly see that something was dripping and flowing over some other stuff. Yeah, this is probably made afterwards.
Yeah, it was probably like refurbished or something for tourism. It looks a lot newer.
Yeah, look. But this one's all muffed up like crazy.
It's all muffed up, yeah. And you're seeing like the inner bricks of it.
Yeah.
Look down the bottom, you can see brick.
Oh yeah.
Those blocks are under it.
Yep.
And how straight it is, you know, because it was a separate section. It's not a like if it was like a mountain or something, it wouldn't be like a straight section like this because it's a separate. Sorry.
That's so funny. We got dogs and cats. Dogs and cats.
I know, it's hilarious.
She's like singing a song or something.
Yeah, I don't know who's louder. I think your cat is.
Jinx.
Donna and Truth just made it here. A little tardy, Donna.
Don't be tardy for the party.
Where's Melanie?
I don't know.
Melanie. Exactly.
Oh shit.
Why? Look at this.
Melanie here? I don't even see her. Hey, my mom's here. What's up, Mom?
Oh yeah, Jen, you were out when we
Yeah,
said.
we talked to your mom.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Love you, Mama.
Yeah, pretty interesting place, James. Thanks.
Yes, thank you,
Right.
James. That was awesome.
Yeah, look at this. Remains from this part, like dropping and falling over, and
Sliding down.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
What's this one?
That is incredible right there. Can we zoom in?
Yeah, I think it's the best. There's another level, but yeah, it's a blurry, but you can like see like structure, like
Oh, yeah. You can see structure everywhere.
yeah. And this is probably was the big mountain that made all of this flow of melt all over the place.
And then you have the vertical lines right here on the left. On the left, there you go. Going up the sides here.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the trees or
It's very weird.
something. Yeah. But yeah, this one is really nice. I wish I could have like a better quality of this one. Oh, look, you can see the one that's just... This is the one that's just holding up.
Yeah. So that could be a dead animal upside down.
Yeah.
Cow udders. I mean, we can go anywhere if you want. It could be dragon scales, cow udders.
Exactly. Could be anything.
That's a cool picture of the guys down there. I like that.
Yes. All right. So I guess we'll move on to another place.
Those are cool pictures.
Yeah. Thanks, James.
Really good, James. Thank you. I've never even seen this location before.
Yeah.
I thought we were in Turkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my mom said, "Love you, baby."
So what did you... Oh. Almost.
I was close to a rookie mistake, but I've done
Almost.
Almost did it.
Yeah, so Jen, did you have some stuff you wanted?
Yeah, well, I have those 2 videos. If you go to our messages,
Okay.
you can bring them up. I'm going to let you do it.
Okay, this one, all right.
And you have to put the volume on with it too.
Okay.
34 people and 41 likes. So people came and left and liked you anyways. I love it.
Boom, baby.
You got the greatest chat. Just wonderful.
Thank you, Dana. All right.
I think he's actually pretty smooth at this. This is way better than my first stream.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Yeah, but I've been with you both a couple of times. So I've had some expert knowledge.
Oh, Melanie's here finally. Where the hell
Oh
you
my
been,
God.
Melanie?
She
You
is.
getting glue? Where you been?
Ridiculous.
I don't feel dirty.
Welcome, Melanie.
I don't know how she couldn't feel tardy as late as she is.
She must have been up to something. Where you been, Mel? All right, so we're going to show a couple of videos that I found on some sites in Peru that are not really talked about or they don't know much about. You got the volume with it, Shapu?
I think so. Just tell me if you hear it.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey everybody, we're going to go down to Peru today, look at an ancient site that there's really no documentation on YouTube. And when I made the video on Peru a couple weeks ago, I made a list of about 10, 12 sites that look pretty cool. I was also asked a question, what are all these place markers right out here? Well, those are the geometrical Amazon ruins. I documented, I don't know, maybe about 3-4 dozen of those. I like being thorough. That's why I document all the places in ancient America. Over 100 Chinese pyramids, over 4 dozen Mayan pyramid sites, all those places in Turkey. I just like being thorough, but we're going to go down today to a place that I had never heard of, and it just looked very cool to me. This is called Llano, Peru, and it's right down here. Here is the mountaintop site of Llano, Peru. This has some pretty
And right
unique
there, you can
stonework,
see
and that's
that the
what
whole
really caught
mountain
my
is the
eye. I went to
building.
YouTube.
You can see that the mountain is the building. You can see the way it goes down it. It's got the terracing and everything. And he'll show you close-ups of what we're going to look at here.
Nice.
YouTube to look what other people were saying about this place, and there's really not much on YouTube at all or anything. But here you get a view. This is over 13,000 feet high. I think Machu Picchu's only 7,500 feet high. This is over 13,000 feet. Would have given you a great view of the surrounding valleys and really all around here. But this is kind of called a mountaintop fortress. But let's take a look at the stonework down here. It's pretty unique. Here is a look at Llano, Peru, the ruins. They seem to stretch for quite a ways up here. You can see them really good on Google Earth. This is over 13,000 feet, which equates to about 4,000 meters high. So pretty impressive feat building up here with large megalithic stones at that altitude. I'm pretty familiar with what it feels like to be at 10,000 feet. 13,000 feet is a whole different deal. But here you see one person sitting in front of this block. That is a megalithic block, maybe, I don't know, 5-10 tons. And then this whole wall is built with megalithic blocks, and they are up in the construction too, with the smaller blocks in between it.
Wow, that place is so high.
Right? I'm saying they hauled all this shit up here. Like, what's going on?
Well, we covered it earlier. They were large donkeys that worked their asses off.
Oh yeah, huge workhorses, massive. They had to haul boulders up 13,000 feet.
Yeah.
Never seen similar stonework, but that really caught my eye. That is a good look at the ruins at Llano, Peru, at least this one building here. Here is another look at the stonework. These large megalithic blocks intermingled with the smaller, flatter stones. That is pretty unique. And that is quite the feat of engineering, doing that at the top of a mountain over 13,000 feet. The first thing I thought of when I looked at these ruins was the ancient site of Kulap in Peru.
Yeah,
you notice here,
we'll look at it later.
All these stones appear to be different color. Are they symbolic? Or are they just building a huge fortress up here for defense fortifications? I wonder. But give me your best guess on how many tons that stone weighs. I know you have to kind of assume how far back it goes, but just give me your best guess on the weight of that one right there. I will leave a few links below. Not much written on this place, not many pics, but it says along the northern slope of Mount Panaherca was the fortified city of Llano, the home of the ancient people called the Rique culture. This gigantic stone construction or fortress was in the highlands of Peru in the central Andean mountains. It says the mountains at Llano are resolutely covered in clouds with a 360-degree panoramic view of the entire area.
Look at that. It's the whole mountain.
The Ruque or Rique culture flourished from 200 BC to 600 AD, and they are the ones responsible for these ruins. That is just another ancient culture in Peru. A little older than the Inca, and I don't see any of the super ancient mysterious stonework here that I see.
Did they say was the culture? I missed it.
Or Machu Picchu. Ancient mysterious stonework here that I see at Sacsayhuaman or Machu Picchu. Yep. And they are the ones responsible for these ruins. Yeah. It says the mountains at Llano are resolutely covered in clouds with a 360-degree panoramic view of the entire area. It says the Ruque or Rique culture flourished from 200 BC to 600 AD.
Did you say the replay culture?
Ruque or something like this.
Ruque or replay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your mom says good night. Good
night, Mama. I love you.
Whoa, my dog said good
night too. CFM's dog say good night too. I love you. Yeah, this place is crazy, right?
Yeah, pretty interesting place. The walls are just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else like that, like around Peru, really like that. Like they could have had maybe those casing stones over it, but they melted away.
Yeah.
And they are the ones responsible for these ruins. That is just another ancient culture in Peru. A little older than the Inca, and I don't see any of the super ancient mysterious stonework here that I see at Sacsayhuaman or Machu Picchu. But why were they building with megalithic stonework at the top of this mountain? That is a good question to ask. Here is the article I'm sharing. 800 years this culture flourished. They compared it to the Moche culture, the Shaman culture, the Viru culture. So many cultures in this part of the world spanning a lot of history. It says their textiles were very high quality and used similar decorative motifs as the ceramics of those of the Pucara and the Tiwanaku cultures, and found throughout the Peruvian highlands. And there is the gate leading out of this complex here. The standard line on this place, it's about 2,200 years old. Could it be built on top of something more ancient? That is entirely possible, and some of these places weren't considered important unless they were built on something more ancient. It says this entire area, including Ienu, had advanced metallurgy, and they made very fine Rique-style jewelry of gilt arsenic bronze. It says the Rique hilltop settlement is considered the most important evidence of their culture in the Ancash region, and this is the largest settlement from the Rique culture, and it's built on top of a mountain over 13,000 feet high. Here is one artifact coming from the Rique culture. What does this represent? But I find it very interesting. They compare some of the styles to the Tiwanaku culture in Bolivia. But here, what does this represent? This dude has 3-4 toes, something over his head. Could it be aliens? Well, getting back a little more into reality, they think this represents musicians. I can see where they think that, but could this be a shaman ingesting something? I don't know. Just my thoughts. Here is another artifact. They call this a vessel, and they say it represents a palace or a temple. Some imagery on the front there, a bird up on top, all very cool. It also says, in addition, archaeologists have found that Ienu, besides having pyramidal construction of public buildings such as temples, palaces, etc., included numerous private housing, showing a high degree of social interaction, and highlights a general autonomy of households as units of economic production and social reproduction. So that's kind of a mouthful, but that is what is written on this place. Very interesting site here. Not a long video today on this site, just not a lot written, not many videos. There's all sorts of videos
looking,
on
right?
ancient Pulap, that mountaintop
Do
fortress.
you have any pictures on this place, Chappelle?
No, I never heard of this.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah,
You actually stumped Shapu. That's impressive.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often.
I know. And on his very first stream, too. You can edit this out, Shapu. I'll show you how.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
pretty interesting, Jen. And I've listened to CFAP many times, but I've never heard.
I showed this video on my last channel at some point. I remember it, and I looked it up for this show tonight.
Nice.
Bringing the heat.
That's right. I'm going to be melting some shit.
What's it called?
It's in the Bible, right? And God saith. My goodness.
If anything, but I learned a lot today. Learned about a new culture, or at least one that I've only mentioned, I think,
Look,
one
pause
time.
it there.
The Rique
It looks
culture.
like there's structure. I'll go back a tiny bit when he shows the whole area of that mountaintop. It looks like there's other structures around, like back there behind it and going down the sides.
Learned a lot today.
Right there.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Let it play just a little bit more and then pause it.
Yeah, even
Pans out,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They learned about a new culture, or at least one that I've
Yeah,
only
right
mentioned.
there. Yeah, there's other stuff that was there for sure.
Oh yeah. All of this looks like something slid down from there, all over this place.
And I know everybody's probably wondering if we're going to cover Nazca, but we're going to do that on another show because that'll be a whole nother show, guys.
Yeah.
And I know that other of us are wondering what in the heck is Nazca, and we'll be looking forward to that show also.
The Nazca lines in Peru, in Nazca, Peru.
Thank you.
Where it looks like they carved off the whole top of a mountain, yet they don't know where all the debris went.
Yeah.
And then they got all those, drawings on the ground and stuff.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know all the names of things, but that's why I watch you all.
Oh, it's all good.
That's very true.
And nice.
I just felt I needed to do that. Oh.
I think one time, the Rique culture, but there is stone ruins on top of this 13,000-foot mountain that are fairly unique. to ancient Peru, I think, unless you can come up with something that's similar. But that is a video coming from the mountains of Peru. Hope you thought that was cool.
The upper left-hand corner video looks cool.
Yeah, this one I've got like pictures from this place. So.
Wow, it's got the terracing too.
Yeah, this one is really high also.
Imagine that. All right, so I have one more video that we're going to look at.
Okay. Yeah, I had to stop it right now because of the way StreamYard's doing it now. So I'll show the other one. Because now if you choose only the tab, you can do other stuff while it plays. It doesn't change like your...
Yeah, he actually does not have a folder on this one. I can't believe it.
No, but I will now. I will go look at it maybe tomorrow. Yainu. I never knew about Yainu. So.
Hi, Ken. I'm glad you're here. Love ya. All right, we're going to check out this next video.
No, Mr. Yes.
We recently covered the enigmatic ancient civilization that could once be found among the tops of the mountains within northern Peru. Known as the Chachapoyas, or Cloud People, they were a race of possible ancient giants that are said to have been responsible for some of the most precariously positioned and...
Oh, is it about Kuelap, this one? Is it good? Oh, yeah, okay. It's going to talk about the Kuelap.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thumbnail for the show, it was Kuelap in the picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you put that in the background. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite places in Peru. It's
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's
most amazing.
It's like a fort in India.
Yeah, exactly. And when you see it from afar, it looks like it's on a part of the mountain, but when you zoom in, you see that it's all blocks and bricks.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Well,
Yep.
Amazingly constructed ancient builds to be found anywhere on Earth, let alone Peru. And the most astonishing of these has to be the ancient site known as Kuelap. Kuelap is a little academically shared, thus little known ancient Peruvian site, located within the Peruvian mountain.
Yeah,
it's massive.
Yeah.
And all of this ridge, you can see that if you go close up, you clearly see blocks everywhere.
Mountains near the towns of Maria and Tingo in the southern part of the region of Amazonas. According to particularly funded parties, it was built by the Chachapoyas culture a mere 1,400 years ago on a ridge overlooking the Utcubamba Valley. However, once one has an opportunity to visually explore this untouched, once lost ruin, the unexplainable extent of the groundwork that went into creating the site becomes apparent. What first appears to be long brick-walled fortifications are soon realized to actually be enormous, seemingly unimaginably huge groundworks built by brick, creating multi-meter reinforced walls
built by brick
and leveled with earth, creating a...
See all the circles again. That is again like what do you call it? Cooling things for like they show us with nuclear power supposedly.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
There's definitely some type of energy thing going on here.
Their excuse is that it was better for the wind to go around these structures, having round structures than square ones. That's their narrative.
Yeah.
And the people, someone made a Mr. Beast fan. Yeah, the drawings are very similar, like clown-looking people. And that channel Alpha Talks, I've been watching a lot of him. He has a whole series on when people go on to like the other side, they do whatever shrooms or DMT or whatever. They see a lot of these trickster-looking clown harlequin, like Joker kind of people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff out his channel.
Yeah, he had a new one about Armageddon that I think is really good.
I think I sent it to you.
You probably did. Well,
yeah.
I think 3 people did.
Yeah, right?
I love it. But yeah.
Maybe we'll check that one out.
Yeah.
And also, is it Conspiracy or Us made a nice series about this? It's called like the Nephilims look like clowns.
Oh, maybe that's the one. I'm confusing them.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, was that Conspiracy or Us? Yeah, he has a whole series on the clown people. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Nice. All right, I'll continue on this one.
A ruin which is now what can only be seen as man-made geology. Groundworks the size of no other
Did you hear
anywhere
that?
on Earth.
Man-made geology. There's no geology here to be looked at. It's all man-made geology. There's no sedimentary layers. The whole mountain is the building.
Correct.
As man-made geology.
Boom,
Groundworks the
You gotta
size of
clip
no
that
other
one, Jen. You gotta
anywhere
use
on
that.
Earth.
Yeah, we're gonna
Created
flip it.
apparently quite recently within history without any real record of the astonishing event, or more importantly, cataloging of the methods used found anywhere among the sites. The city has 3 entrances, 2 to the east and the other one to the west. The main entrance has a trapezoid shape, having once also having a corbel arch. This entrance was siege-proof due to its cunning shape. It becomes narrower and narrower.
It was already siege-proof because of its height, you know.
Yeah, or it's melted and those things started like moving closer together till they touch at the top.
Yes,
It
exactly.
does look like that to me because it's got slant on the left-hand side.
Correct.
Slanting.
Correct.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense than they had such great engineers that they made it. Come on.
Until it allows the passage of only one person at a time. Astonishing architecture, built with precision into enormous constructions. There are over 550 structures within the fort, nearly all of which having once been circular. On the southwestern part of the settlement,
Again, this looks
there is a
just like what we were
5.5
seeing
meters
in,
high structure.
In James's photos, that little house in the background there with the pointed roof.
Yeah.
If that melted down, only the roof and maybe the bottom half would be there. I mean, that's identical to what we just saw in James' photos. Take it back a tiny bit. There you go. Look at it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, probably this is what they were, but they had like stone roof, not like this, like looks like hay or something else, but because they tried to reproduce what they thought these houses were, because again they don't know.
That makes sense to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Southwestern part of the settlement, there is a 5.5 meters high structure known as El Tintero or Templo Mayor, Spanish for main temple. Ceremonial archaeological remains have been found at this location, and it is hypothesized that the building may have been used as a solar observatory.
What did you say?
Look how tall that is. Like,
yeah, yes,
massive.
It's massive. Wait till I show you the pictures with the people in front. It's
yeah.
And he said they used it as a. He said they used it as a solar observatory. They
may have. It may have been. We don't know.
Exactly.
Kulap was accidentally rediscovered in 1843 by Juan Crisostomo Nieto.
Accidentally rediscovered?
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead.
But
No,
I'm just saying. So he discovered it in 1800. So when did we forget about this place? Like people walked by it and never looked at it. I mean, it's so bizarre.
Oh, it's accidentally rediscovered.
How can you
walked away without any cataclysmic event? They just walked away. Well, we're done with this structure. Let's move on. The war is over.
Yeah.
The war was over before they built this thing that took so long to build, probably. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How long did it take to build that Great Wall of China? Respects to think the Huns just waited until it was finished.
Yeah, right.
They didn't
can't
go
cross
around
this line here.
And there's plenty of places. I showed it on a show one time. When you look at it, they talk about the average. There's places you can easily get over. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense, the narrative.
Yeah.
Steffi just got here. She is tardy.
My goodness.
Tardy girl. Hold on.
Don't be tardy for the party. This weekend. I don't feel tardy.
We got the late shift coming in.
Right?
Yeah, and also I saw like a video maybe a couple months ago about this Great Wall of China, that it wasn't to stop anyone, because there's section of places that they are openings to go, and there's no doors or anything.
And it's all made of brick. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself. It's all made of red brick.
Yes, exactly. Right.
Judge from the city of Chachapoyas. In 1870, Antonio Raimondi made the first known survey of the site. Ever since,
look at that. Just look at how tall and thick it is with the brick. And you can see at the base, it's larger stones because they what is it? The centering that we were talking about?
Yeah.
Take it back just a little bit in the video before the square comes up. Right there. Yeah. Look at how high this is, guys. This is crazy. And it's thick with brick. You can see the layers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can
This is
see.
a brick.
Yeah. And in my pictures that I was showed, there's some stamps on these bricks. Some of these bricks have they have like
figures?
animals of some sort. I don't know, but you can see that there's melted rocks all over the place.
Oh, yeah. What did they do? Like lift up the melted rocks and put the brick in underneath of it? I mean, it's crazy.
Antonio Raimondi made the first known survey of the site. Ever since, details regarding the site have slowly been revealed. Astonishing ruins. A place like many others around the globe, which also display seemingly impossible feats of engineering, accompanied by a complete lack of any recording or explanation for said tasks, undoubtedly predates its academic dating. The question is, who could have built such astonishing architecture atop the largest groundworks anywhere on Earth? How did they
Can you back
complete
up
such
a
a
bit,
mammoth task?
To that road? A little bit. It was just that. So that's the distance they had to bring all the rocks and stuff that they built this? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, they said this is the only road to get to the top, but it's even higher than this.
So besides the height and trying to carry you got to travel that distance with your material?
Yeah.
And we're buying this narrative. Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah, most
Who could have built such astonishing architecture atop the largest groundworks anywhere on Earth? How did they complete such a mammoth task at such a high altitude?
I'll show you in my.
Perhaps one day we will find out.
How did they build such a mammoth task on such a high?
Anywhere on Earth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have like a better picture, but you can see here all this flow that comes from this part here, the between. You can see the flowing; it's all melted, and they don't talk about these things in front there. That's all melted, also. You see here.
They don't talk about the melted flooring in front of the pyramids either. You can see that the base around it spreading out is melted.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Exactly.
So that's what I have. I thought they were pretty good. 2 sites that, you don't really hear much about. There's not much information on. I don't know what kind of pictures you have, Shapu. They're probably really cool, but I couldn't find much on them.
Yeah, I can show you the place that we just looked at. So it's called. I got all these places that we can look at, like Caral, Huaca del Sol. The bridge is interesting. The one that you wanted to see, the video. Okay. But I will go to Coelap.
And good night to Zal Moxis, but he's in Australia, so it's tomorrow. So it's very late for him.
Glad you could hang out with us, Zal.
What's tomorrow like? He's time traveling, right?
Yeah, right. He's already there.
He's already there. Let us know what happens tomorrow. Give me a lottery number.
All right, so start with some. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
shot, you can really see like the top of all of
See,
this.
they're trying to make us think that it's just the top, but it's like everything beneath that too.
Yeah, I've got,
Exactly.
yeah, look.
Wow, that is huge.
It's crazy, right?
So at the end of that really long road that we just looked at, then they have to go up this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No bueno.
No bueno.
And there's this part also.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
the same part, but you can see like this part is really like muffed up now.
The mountain is
Total
the building, guys.
Yeah.
There it is.
This is perfect lines.
Yeah. Just
That's
the other side of it.
crazy.
Yeah, and you
Oh
can
my
see
gosh. Look at this.
one
Look at that
block.
square.
You can't look at that and say that that wasn't formed by some type of man structure, whatever you want to call it, human structure. That's not natural.
Because you can see like here, the structures remain on top here of this place.
That's a crazy picture right there.
Yeah,
it is.
And that's the one that got me into this place. You know, I was looking. What we saw. It's this
like this
place. You know, this place, Cool App, that they show, but they don't tell you that it goes on into the mountain like this. You know, and it goes on and on to the places I just showed. You know, like
Oh my, that's incredible. And look at that square on top.
yeah, and this
What
this
is this
thing,
to
yeah.
do right here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like a sedimentary layer that just plopped itself right there and that was it?
Yeah, it's probably dropped from somewhere on top there, you know.
That's the restroom. It's the family room.
Yeah.
Whose cat is making the cat noises now? Because my
It's
dog is growling
mine.
it.
Fine.
It's
Pretty
Jenkins.
soon my dog will be talking to your cat. But anyways,
Yeah.
Wow, look at
It's
that.
like, yeah, you can see the bottom part. It's all melted. Same color, same shape of these.
it goes from brick directly into that quote
Yeah.
rock. There's no difference.
No.
And then all the green that you see that's covering, that's
Yeah.
still the building down below underneath that.
Yeah, all of this. All of this. Yeah, there's the worker.
There he is. Yeah, so now go back, take that horse. Now, how many quote horsepower are you going to need to build that structure that he's sitting
Yeah,
in?
how many of these? Yeah.
Give me a break. I don't care how big they were.
That's amazing. Wow. And look, you can see the mortar too. Okay. So you got to think building this, they had to have mortar, and that mortar has to stay stirred and it weighs a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we always talk about the bricks and how they get the bricks up there, but mortar is involved in all this. And that's a whole nother animal to deal with at these heights. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Wow.
look at how thick of bricks.
Look at how thick with brick it is, guys.
And you can see some still have retained their squariness, but most of them.
And others look like regular old rock from your backyard.
Yeah.
Because the brick turns into rock, this janky, weird looking rock.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is one of the entrances, and you can see the size of the steps that are these are our steps, but these ones are really big. I think I've got like,
Oh wow, I didn't even
yeah.
notice that under there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it goes just the height of the bricks and the thickness is just crazy. As you can see, in these ones, no more mortar, and there's janky everywhere because they changed the shapes. They didn't put like a small piece of rock there. It was a complete brick. At one
Yep,
point.
exactly. They're not going to squeeze in little rocks and be like, "Oh, we're building this wall. Give me that small one right there. I
Yeah.
can stick it here because without this, the whole wall's going to crumble."
Yeah.
And we also have to believe if they brought all these up that long road and hill, they had to bring a whole cart of tiny rocks prefer that too, right? Who has the cart of tiny rocks?
Yeah, where's all these rocks
Exactly.
come from? Now, see, look, when you show this wall right here, people would think, well, it's just the outside wall, but it's thick with brick. We showed
Oh,
the
yeah.
interior. This brick goes all the way in. The whole thing it's the whole mountain.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Wow.
She
And all
did-
this stuff, yeah, go back a pic real quick. All that stuff there on the ground's just more melted away from the
oh,
building.
all of this, and I don't know what these are, but
Yeah, I don't know if they put those in or what.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
just another section in front of the place.
Look at this tree growing out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks. He had a really rough time. Oh my god.
nature finds a way.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, and there's a perfect example. They look at, quote, mountains, and they show you with all the greenery and trees growing and stuff. That stuff will grow onto any of this. It'll grow out of the cracks of these actual bricks that they admit to. And it could eventually cover that up, and you would think it's just a mountain from the distance.
Yeah, when they did the LiDAR in parts of Mexico, like Teotihuacan and stuff, they found like a whole city under the vegetation and more towering temples and stuff that they thought were just like large hills and mountains or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see here some are going slate, change into slates.
That's true.
Quick, I need that really fat, thin piece, about 3 inches long. It's the only thing that'll hold this wall up.
Exactly.
Wow.
And some guy goes around with a hammer and a little tiny slivers of rock and taps them in when they need it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look how far up that thing is. Unbelievable.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it's insanity.
Yeah. And the other side of this is what I was showing, like this. This is the other side. So this is one side, and on the other side, it looks like this.
That's the money shot right there for me.
Yeah.
Hello from the other side.
Thanks. Come on. So these are just the remains that are on top of it. But it might be going down in it.
Yeah, there's probably definitely
Because all the things that they have are built on top of this, but what's inside of this,
yeah.
Yeah, no, these pictures are really good. Look at the height of it.
That's crazy. 13,000 feet. That's higher than even Mount Chiha, which is 4,000 feet? Wow, it's really cooked out over here. Look how black the bricks are.
Look at this part here, all rock, turned to rock. But there's some that have retained their shape, but these ones not. And these ones I just melted together and form a bigger block, Yeah.
And how are they lifting these things if they were that big and stuff? You know what I mean? It's just
No, you cannot transport a big block like this all the way up there. I don't know. Unless you have maybe
Is that the road there? That's the road?
Oh, this road? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
It is. It probably snakes around and comes up that one side. Wow.
For you, like but even on the other side, you can see like there's terracing and other structures. Like it's everywhere like this in Peru. Here, this is what I was
yeah.
showing.
This is the one you were talking about.
Yeah, the flow from it, and then you saw from the top part, it goes only from the between these two walls, and it flows down, flows this way.
Yeah, I wonder what that was.
Yeah. That's probably the flow from the melt, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can explain. Why would you
Look,
lose
right
it?
popping out of the ground, there's a brick wall.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there. Yep.
Right there. And you can see like right here
Yep.
under the flow. Probably this there.
Well, we need our pickaxe and go digging around this place.
Yeah. Again, these huts that they called, but we don't really know for sure. Because look, these ones are like made out of hay.
Yeah.
Or
but it definitely looks like the structures that were in.
Yeah.
And those were on ground level. What they wouldn't need to build round buildings like that because of the wind on ground level.
No,
That's
exactly.
their excuse up here.
Yeah. Again, the nice shot.
Yeah.
Maybe they hired the same architect. They only know how to build one.
Oh, let's zoom in on that crack in the wall there. See how far back the brick goes into it? Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Guys, it's the whole thing. See how deep it goes?
You can't even see here.
Yeah.
Been
So that's
here.
a new drop for you, Jen. When you zoom in on the crack, you never go back. Is that how it works?
I like that one.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wonder why
I mean, there's
people
just
ask
stuff
me on
laying
shows.
all over the place here too.
No, yeah. And yeah, you can see like the flow of this one. This one is really good.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good shot right
Yeah,
there.
look, it comes from directly from there because
Yep, you're right.
oh, maybe was some kind of entrance, Jen, where the bricks you can see there's two sides.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a path up into it. And
Yeah,
then melt
yeah,
it down over it.
And that
Yeah.
would make sense that the heat, whatever melted and flowed through there, if there was an opening kind of already, it just naturally went there.
Yep.
I don't know if
And
that
there's
made
another
any
wall
sense.
jutting out right there too, Shapu, that you're circling.
Yep. Another
Another
one.
wall there.
Yep. So why do they need these walls if this one was supposed to be for the protection? And now I don't,
Yep.
this is what we were talking about. The stories that they tell us have holes and flaws. And
Well, they give out the narrative and then there's nobody around for us to ask these questions to. It's just that's the historical narrative.
And if you try to question it, then they say, "What's your evidence?" So yet they produce none of theirs.
no, they just
It's
tell
like-
us. Yeah.
It's like arguing with an 8-year-old. This was made millions of years ago. How do you know? Because I said so, and I have a code. Just like I don't know if you were there, Jen, but he was talking about, or one of these videos, a new type of people that I hadn't heard that predated the Incas or something. It was another.
Yeah. Oh, another one? I heard the worry.
Oh, okay, maybe that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like, that's brand news. Brand new.
Brand news.
Brand new news.
Brand
Yeah,
new.
brand news.
Yeah. Look, this is like another entrance. But if you follow, you can see like here, a part of a wall under.
Under it. Look at that. You dig away all this grass and stuff. Look, there's another wall under it.
Yeah.
How'd that get there?
Exactly. Look, this is
Look
the
at
melt
that.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the bricks. You see,
What's
like,
your standard? Who's carving melted steps and stuff?
Yeah.
Who's making this?
so this is the entrance where it flows out.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can see that all of this just melted.
And they're
together.
probably going to tell you it was what, water or some erosion of some type.
Probably. I don't even know.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
But look at these steps there, Jen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
those are the
nuts.
original steps.
Yeah.
Those are giant footsteps.
Oh yeah. Again, see like the bricks. This is the same entrance with the flow
Yeah.
here.
Wow. It just poured right out of there.
Yeah.
And, that's steep right there. And it's pretty steep to be,
Oh yeah, right.
building
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And wait, in order to construct that by the narrative they give us, you got to have like structure to building this, right? So against the side of that mountain, they're going to be putting whatever,
Yeah,
wooden structures and stuff to haul bricks or whatever.
what is this?
It's like there's no room to do all this stuff.
There's some kind of pipe or something.
Yeah.
And you got these one that never does anything. These llamas.
Llamas.
The lava's like, who the hell built this?
Yeah.
Here's the nice shot.
Oh my gosh,
See
look
that?
at that.
Oh.
But
Wow.
what is this? And all the rest, but looks like there's entrances and stuff.
So this top part is a pocket of survival of the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, look at the top wall goes right over and around into what they're going to say is sedimentary layers.
Yeah, exactly. And you got this square block that's nowhere. It's not natural, and nobody
Yeah,
just
that's like a
put it
perfect
there.
cube.
Yeah. It's not a glacier that bring it and deposited it there. It's the story is just crazy.
This place is massive.
Yeah. Close-up shot of these bricks that are transformed and warped.
It's just amazing how thick it is. You know what I mean? When you see parts of the wall down and it just keeps going on and on inside. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, same part. Cool app is like here. But goes all the way.
It's so high.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the road right there.
Maybe that's the road. It
You're
goes
probably
around.
right.
Yeah. It goes around on the other side, I guess.
And look at these layers coming down here. Down on right there. Yeah. See how they're kind of sloping sideways?
Yeah.
It was melting down and running down like going sideways almost.
Yep. And there's something here. Look, maybe like water flows out of this part, but from inside of the mountain.
Yeah,
But
could
you can
be.
see- Yeah. Look, this straight line here, but
Yeah, look at that.
there's like a square.
Well, buildings have plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really steep right there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Again, another shot of this. I couldn't find any.
Is that right there?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's really crazy looking.
Yeah, I think I'll have to look up. I don't. If you look up Coel app, you only will get these pictures of the place, but never what's around it. This is the other entrance.
Oh, they're melted.
Yeah, also melted. This is the one that we looked up, and I had another picture. It's yeah, you can see the pathway.
Yeah, it definitely was for sure. And it melted right down out over it.
Yeah. And close-up shot of these. Pretty interesting. Yeah.
So crazy looking.
Yeah.
We need to do the LiDAR on this place.
Oh yeah. Here again, a close-up shot of the melt. Can clearly see it.
Melty.
And you can see the wall is just wavy. I don't know if it was straight at some point, but and they show it like the Pentagon.
Wow, look at that. Go up to where the brick is all damaged there. There you go. Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Just look at it, guys.
All of it was bricks.
That's right.
What was the name of this place?
Quillap.
Quillap.
Yeah, Quillap. Like Kuelap.
I can't say that name, and I can't even tell you who asked that question. It's
Go back.
16 Alpha. What?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, go back that picture. You can see the mortar in there still.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. That's interesting.
Right by the Redbricks stuff, there's mortar.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know why it's different color. Did they like send someone to just fill in the gaps for the tourists? We don't know.
I don't know, but you can see it between the other ones that aren't that bright looking.
Yeah. And some look here. There's none, so I don't know why would they leave these ones with none and this one. So
yeah,
it's probably original. And this is on the inside of the
wow. Oh, brick, guys, look at that.
All scorched
and cooked out. And this is inside the place on top?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
See these remains, but the only one that's left, it's they have refurbished, the one that I showed earlier. I don't know if I don't have it later, but the only one standing that they show us, they have,
roof?
Yeah, they have constructed it. It's not original. You can see that they have, look, it's not even the same pattern. They just tried to make it like to say this is what it was. You can see that it's the planks are holding the stones and the string, it's it's made today,
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, this one's probably original. You can see like the scorched bricks here. What it was, we don't know because it's all filled in, I think.
This is so cool.
Yeah, look, you can see.
I would love to would have seen this, what it looked like before.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Other scorched bricks, you can see that they are breaking apart, turning into small pieces. This one didn't make it. Some have not.
Wow.
It's you can see that they were made. They're not. What is like a natural stone? I don't know, but we believe that it's all one piece. It cannot break like this unless it's what they call geopolymer or brick, or for me it's all the same thing.
Right.
Or blocks, or it's man-made. That's the important thing. It's man-made. It's not made from nature or grew out of the ground, like some people can think. All right. So these are the stamps that I was talking about. Look, there's bricks.
Always gotta have the serpents.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine that.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see every day.
Mm-mm. Who knew?
Yeah, I think there's more than just serpents. Try to fast. It's been like an hour. We've been on this one only.
It's a lot to see.
So yeah, this one is so interesting.
It's a massive site.
Yeah, look at the size of these steps.
That's just crazy.
They are still all straight. All
Yeah. There really are marvels of engineering.
Yeah.
By the standards we understand.
Well, yeah, this reminds me of the steps in Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again. Now here there's like cobblestone.
Cobblestone.
I don't see a river nearby.
Stop asking questions.
Really nice shot of that place. You can see the scorch, all the changing of the color.
Yeah, like the way the heat was like rising up it and scorching it.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go fast too, because I've still got like. This one. Look, this one.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Maybe they have put it afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's not really any markings on this place anywhere.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that could have been carved after. Yeah.
It's too funny.
Thanks.
The loudest cat. I love it.
No. Come on. No.
Does she talk English? I swear she does.
Yeah, she is right now. Go away.
She's like, I'm hungry. Give me some attention.
She's not speaking to you. Yeah. Yeah, look, this thing it's all filled up. It's not even like something you can go inside of it. But maybe you could before, but not anymore.
Huh. And like these circles don't have doorways or nothing.
No, no.
How did people lived in night? I don't know.
I don't know what you
I
can
don't
see.
believe
There's
the
one
narrative,
here and one here, but inside another one, I don't know what. That's why they had to put one hut, just to make you think that all of them are the same. But I cannot deny or.
All right, so he put these little bricks under that large one on the bottom there. All right,
Fun, yeah.
with that. Right?
Like, no, it'll be fun. Let's start with a tiny one. No, I think we should start a big one. No, let's start with tiny ones. Work our way up.
Yeah, exactly. And what's going on? Oh no, just put it. Don't cut it. Don't cut this one. Just put it like this.
These guys were drunk. They had to have been. They're on something.
Yeah. And you
That Peruvian wine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And yeah.
That's a good shot.
Click
Wow.
on. Yeah, this is another part, another section. But look at these. They were like a big civilization living on top of this at one point. You can see the remain of this wall there.
Uh-huh. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, look at that. Go back to that picture. That one side you can see, you're right. It is all filled in. It's thick with brick.
Yeah.
What was this thing?
Yeah, with the power plant, I guess, because they knew how energy and things worked, and at that height, you can have like etheric energy like for for everyone.
Yeah, the higher you go, the more conductivity you have.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no water up here.
Yeah, that's a problem too, you know. Maybe they were a water reservoir, these things. Again,
Wow.
another shot of Coelap that is right there. But all of this, you can see all the straight lines, and it was all
Incredible.
And like a few people in the chat, I and Carol's put it together. No foundations, built on dirt, high as possible, and I'll add, and as far away as possible from the material as we can.
Exactly.
Agreed.
And look, you're right. That's the road to the low on the last picture. That's the road to the left, getting to probably the site eventually.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, unreal. And again, another shot of this melt. On each side, you can see that it bented towards. Yeah.
Yeah. It's warping out.
Oh yeah. And our friends that don't do nothing.
Yeah. They laugh at us though that we believe this is a narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there was some kind of pathway, Jen, at some point, but look at the middle here. What happened there?
Motherfucker.
Yep.
It melted. It melted.
Yeah.
Sure did.
You can't handle the truth.
That's right.
All right.
It's a sickness. Everyone's gonna do drops now. I love them.
I love it too.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so I'll go clear look at this part here. Again, it's part of it, but nobody talks. It's all melted. Look how slanted.
Go out to that outer part again on the. There you go. Wow, look at that. That reminds me of one of her King Herod's fortresses.
Yeah.
The way it comes down and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
It's a fun, relaxing stream. Thank you for doing this today. It's nice.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. CFM, we always have fun when you are. Oh, look.
Look at that.
Yeah. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Yeah, there's a better shot of that thing.
Yeah.
Your numbers are going up, Shapu. You're over like 40 now. That's fantastic.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
What a great first stream.
Yeah, and look, there's part of the building just jutting out here.
Yeah. And you can see like the wall that you showed, Jen,
Yes.
before. Looks like same type of structure here.
Yep, at that first video we watched.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole side of that mountain on the other side is building.
Yeah.
All
Look at this. How it
all the way across.
bent it, and it's just crazy. Yeah, I think is it the same side? Yeah. No, I don't know where we are right now.
Oh, thanks, 33.
Oh, like there's another one here. Like
Is that a monkey dragon? What is that thing?
I don't know. It looks like a raptor or something.
Yeah. Everyone tell you what say in the chat what they think it looks like. It's got like a bird.
Yeah, that's really weird looking. I've seen a carving like this somewhere else. I forget where it was though. I want to say like around Namadal or Mamadal, whatever that thing was.
Okay, yeah.
Easy for you to say.
I don't even think I'm saying it. I think I'm saying the wrong location.
Well, I know I don't know how to say those things. That's we can guarantee.
Yeah, but it could have been added later. I don't know. Because there's only one bricks that have these type of things.
Well, so far, Melanie thinks it's a dog, possibly. 16 Alpha says it's a Llamasaurus.
Llamasaurus.
Llamasaurus. I love it.
Right? It's almost got the raptor feet, so maybe it's a llama rap. No, I like Llamasaurus.
Yeah, Llamasaurus.
My goodness.
You think this is a joke?
Oh.
That guy gets me every time. My God. It's so great.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, you can clearly see like the bricks in the milk again.
In the milk. Melted bricks. Who is laying melted bricks?
And this, who's putting these small pieces right there?
I want that job. I want to be the guy that just runs up and goes, "You need a piece? Okay, here you go." It's like, I don't want to haul those big blocks. Give me the little ones. Daryl Davis says it's a monkey duckbill. Okay. I like that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Patty G. Bird head with reptile body, but you got to tell me what it is. You got to come up with an animal there.
There you go.
I still like Llamasaurus. That's my favorite so far.
So this was Cool App, people. Crazy place.
It is a crazy place.
Yes.
Yep. You want to look it up? Make sure you guys look up Koala. It's pretty interesting. Crazy place. You guys want to take a quick break?
Sure. I mean, whatever it's your stream. I'm just hanging.
We can play the 3-minute 13 video that I just put, and it's in Washington.
Oh yeah?
I get yeah.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna take a break, Jen.
Yep, sounds good. I'll let you hit the song.
All right.
Thank everyone for being here and listening. That's fantastic.
Thanks, everyone.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
All right, we'll be right back.
We just gotta get eggs.
Hey.
We're back.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're back. Good. Just in time.
Yes, nice. So did you see the place from Washington?
That was super cool. Yeah, Jeannie actually knew where that was, of course, but I didn't. But that's really cool.
I
Yeah,
actually missed it. I went downstairs to grab something to eat real quick.
No, yeah, it's pretty melted place. They say it was a place. It was bigger than the Niagara Falls at one point.
Huh.
Who knows?
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice video.
Well, I'll check it out after the show. When we're done, we'll click it and I'll watch it.
Yeah, do it. It's a pretty nice place. I probably will make a post of Sun Lake, the Dry Falls. I think it's a park in Washington State. So, all right. So, what else can we look at? I've got this small video introduction to the next part, I guess. Oh, thanks.
Yep,
Right.
everybody loved it.
Yeah. Good production value. I give it a solid 10.
Thanks, man. Okay. All right. So we'll just start with this and continue on into other pictures of some places in Peru.
Let's do it.
This area of stone is not merely...
Not this one. Already seen it.
Above Cusco lies a place of archaeological interest with considerable number of caves called Titicaca. Scientists from a university in Holland were able to take microscopic photographs of the stone itself in order to solve the mystery once and for all. They found that the regular stone and the layer that had been vitrified were distinctly different in makeup. However, they also found a thin layer between them that showed a granular transition from one state to the next. Just like you'd see charcoal change to charred wood, change to unburned wood on a log that had been in a fire. So too did this vitrified stone show 3 distinct layers. This demonstrates that the vitrification was not a part of something applied to the top of the stone. When studied chemically, some differences in the makeup of the stone are also noted. The vitrified layer contains elements not normally found in the type of stone used for the block. Mostly there was evidence of higher amounts of silica, which seemed to point to an application process or a chemical or heat process that cannot truly be explained knowing the technology of the time. Melting or chemically changing the stones with high heat would require some type of furnace that operated above 1,000 degrees Celsius, or extremely high pressure. How these ancient people could do such things is beyond the understanding of modern archaeologists. Vitrification of stone used in early civilization building sites has been found throughout Cusco, Chinchero, Tambamachay, and surrounding areas.
Okay. And I have to definitely, the 13-year-old sense of humor has to make a point. If you don't realize we're in the short season of Satan, he said that place was known as Mount Titicaca. For reals. Yep.
Titicaca, tits and caca.
Titicaca.
Yeah.
I think NASA named it. Are you kidding?
It could have been. Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up. They do.
It's right next to asses and elbows.
It's quite away from a rock and a hard place. That's down the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Mystery history has a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And I like that they talk about the vitrification. They showed on the side of that one mountain where you could see the mountain was melted and it was sliding down. Like you could see the melt ripples in it. Yeah. And then they even admit it must have solidified and stayed that way. And nobody knows how it happened or what caused it.
Yeah. Does he cover also like the Mount Kalish?
I think they might.
Yeah.
And just to let Mesa melt, who's tardy to the party. Yes, this is live. This is live.
Can't be tardy.
Yeah, because it's on my channel. I never. Yeah.
That's what happens with Drop Shampoo. They get everyone, even the owner of the stream. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, and it's a live one on my channel, the first one ever. So.
And it's a good one. We got we had 40 some people here. We have 37 now. And what are the likes up to?
46. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
We're gonna have to do more live streams over here.
Yeah, it was fun.
Especially if I keep getting strikes.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to drop.
Everybody's gonna get fucked up.
Hardly ever use that one.
How come you don't use that one? I love that one.
Boom, baby. Say it. Boom, baby. Boom, baby.
Fantastic.
That's my mom and my sister.
Yeah, and I like this one too.
What we found is melted glass spherules. So this is our first clue that some high temperature event had happened. What we found is melted glass spherules. So this is our first clue that some high temperature event had happened.
Temperature sufficient to melt Earth, basically. Is that what you're saying? Hot enough to melt a car into a molten puddle of metal in the parking lot. Right.
Wow.
I like it when he says our first clue that it was extreme heat. Like, oh, that's your first clue?
Yeah,
What the
right?
second clue was?
I also like when they're real things sound real.
Yes,
You're like,
yeah,
I did that.
You did a great job with that clip.
Thank you.
It's hilarious.
It's funny.
Hot enough to melt the earth.
The Earth.
And then he says, hot enough to melt a car into a puddle of molten metal or something. I thought of the Paradise fires and stuff in California.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we've talked about, or at least I did a long time ago. If you look that up, one of the largest gold finds in America is Paradise, California. And now it's owned by the government. Shocking.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They burn you out. Tell you can't come back, you can't rebuild.
Yeah, why can't people move back into there? Interesting.
Yeah, I saw a video that all the places that burn, it's on the same line that they wanted to build the pipeline. Oh, coincidence? I don't know.
Nice, of course.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, for the show, I saw Patty. It was the Friday show, I guess. No. Yeah, the Friday one that got removed last Friday. Yeah. But I uploaded on my channel and they didn't say anything about it.
So he uploaded it to his channel. I was going to have him clip out the part that I thought it was because they never told me where it is in the live stream, just that it's medical misinformation. But we assumed that it was maybe when you guys were talking about whatever. So instead, he just put it up in its entirety, and he didn't. And usually on the upload, they'll tell you, okay, there's medical misinformation, you can't upload it or whatever. But they didn't do that. It's up on his channel, and he got nothing.
Yeah,
because it was a target. You were a target. They didn't like you talking about the A-Team show.
That's right. That's right. I told you guys, I get in trouble when I talk about this shit. I lose channels over it, and I'm very passionate.
You can talk about Face and Murdoch and some of the other members of the A-Team. You can't talk about Mr. T. He gets very upset. He pities the fool, and you can't talk about him.
Pity the fool.
Yeah.
That's as veiled conversations I can possibly have on YouTube. Guys, figure it out. All right, everyone.
All right. So if anyone missed the show, I have unlisted on my channel, but I can put the link in the chat so people can go look at it.
Oh, how cool! So the Friday show that we did that's gone, we can see it that way.
Yeah, because there's some people who were watching it and then it just went away on them. Other people said they were going to watch it later and it was gone, or the next day.
And I do have, in fact, I'll make sure I'll change it now. My Rockfin stream but I only got half of the show on Rockfin because remember we were having so much fun I forgot to turn it on. So half of it's there, but it's nice. You have the whole thing on YouTube. I'd much rather. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like there's nothing like any copyright of anything, only the songs.
Yeah.
And one the Monster Energy clip, they did a thing about it, but it's not affecting the stream. Yeah, it's but other than
whole
that,
thing was BS that they took it down. Made no sense.
oh yeah, it's about what the Jen talk at the beginning, I guess, because there's
yeah, that could be.
There's no policies about that, but we know that they don't like it because Jen lost many channels.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Fastest in and out of D Live in history.
I was on there for 5 minutes and I was
blacklisted. That's
blacklisted.
what.
Yeah, I'm like, what
Oh my
happened? I couldn't get tips or nothing. I'm like, what the fuck?
For people that are late to the party, that are tardy to the party. So when we first started doing these channels, a lot of us were having issues with YouTube. So we were coming up. People were discussing other platforms, like they still are. Like I think now they're talking Rumble and some other ones that are good, whatever. And but D Live was a computer gaming site basically, and most of the people would not take kindly to discussing subject matter that may offend them. And so here comes Jen going, "This is great. We can talk about anything."
I could say anything I want. The title was "Everything I Couldn't Say on YouTube." That was the title of my first show over there.
Yeah. And she went into talking about Mr. T, and that was it. And her channel was gone in a New York minute.
Yeah.
I think that's got to go in record as like the quickest in and out on a D Live channel.
Yeah, I saw in the chat somebody's like, "You're not showing up on the leaderboard or something." The first somebody who's live right now that would show who's live immediately, like as soon as you come on the Rockfin, if you're subscribed. And I wasn't showing up, and I was blacklisted like 10 minutes into the show.
Oh my god, that was funny.
I remember this.
My Rockfin days did not last very long.
Well, you're still there.
D-Live. I meant D-Live. Sorry.
D-Live.
I'm still on Rockfin. I haven't done much over there lately.
We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
No, I remember with the first show we did together, Jen. It was on Rockfin because you just had like another channel removed, and
it was me, you, and Mark, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Steve.
And Steve, that's the one we can't upload to YouTube because we talked about those 2 years of hell.
Yes. But I think I have it on my channel, but I cut part of it that they didn't like when we talk. I won't say it. We're on YouTube.
And Natalie wants to know, they're talking about the show that Jen and I and Shapu did on Friday.
Yeah.
They took it down. They said it was medical misinformation. But Shapu he has it on his channel on a private link, and he'll put it in the chat, and you can watch last Friday's show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the chat already, but I'll put it back if you.
Yeah, Jen's main channel has a strike until next Friday or Saturday, I guess.
Well, I have it for 90 days, but I can't upload for 7 days. That's my punishment. But the strike will stay there for 90 days. But yeah, our Melted Reality Mark says Jen has the record of being taken down.
I would agree.
Yeah. I remember that the one before the last one, it didn't last long, Jen. Maybe you had like maybe 2-3 stream and they just took you down again. And
yeah.
What no Jack? No, yeah, it was what you didn't call it like Truth Seeker or anything. You called it like a no Jack Wagon Zone maybe or something like that.
Jack Wagon Free Zone.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
This one didn't last too long.
Yep. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So where are we going to go from here? How much longer we want to go?
Right, it's you. We can look up like another place, or maybe in like another 30 minutes or something. It's gonna be.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then there's also, I don't know, I don't want to get anybody in trouble and stuff, but that one dude, Alpha Talks, did one like we were talking, Jen. He covers how it shows Armageddon. He really kind of talks the way we seem to. That there's a chance that we're actually in the little season, short season, we're past Revelation, and some of the stuff we're looking at is evidence of it. And he had a quick little video that kind of puts that together. But
is it recent?
Yeah.
You want to show it?
Yeah, you should bring it up.
Okay. Let's see. Taxing my abilities, but I'll do this. Let's see. Well, don't just have radio silence. You guys got to talk while I'm trying to do this.
I was looking at something also. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we can say, is there new people in the chat?
What do we got here?
I see James. Yeah, James, I remember that this week or last week you got like a warning on Facebook for showing pictures. It's just crazy.
Okay. I think I have it. I just hold still.
To him earlier.
Okay. Let's stop. Okay. Let's see. Clickety click. I'll try this. Present. I think I do this one. Share audio. Okay. Clickety click. That work? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So do you want me to do it? I don't know how this was. Should we put a different speed and make sure we tell them it's Alpha Talks? And
We don't usually get in trouble for his stuff.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good. I like that.
And the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, the world and all that dwell therein.
The hidden cataclysm. Something very destructive has occurred in the past that dispensationalism and futurist eschatology cannot explain. Somehow man has become so blinded to the reality of God's judgment. The evidence, however, is all around us. In the scriptures, God said he would level mountains and cause destructive, worldwide earthquakes, such as the Shanxi earthquake, which killed an estimated 830,000 people, or the countless ancient structures we see in complete ruin and buried deep below the ground. The buried ancient structures we find all across the world is evidence.
And that one, just if Juan Truth is here, watch out. See how tall these things are?
Yeah.
I remember when Moai, when we first heard about it when I was a kid, it was just this.
Yeah, just a head.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
get all
no.
the way down to their feet, and they're holding their junk now, and they got like red hats on some and large earlobes. But I think they may come back to life. Just keep an eye on them.
Of a worldwide earthquake that possibly took place all at once during the events of Armageddon. These massive earthquakes of biblical proportions caused the ground to turn into quicksand in a process known as soil liquefaction. God also said in the scriptures that the stones of these ancient cities would be cast into valleys, which is present all over the world today. He even gave specific warnings to specific churches in specific cities, which we can see the fulfillment of today with our very eyes.
Isn't that something?
Yep.
And that's one of the things that people
Very
like
eyes.
when they're not studying. Oh, come on. They're not studying the Bible.
Warnings to specific.
There's entire chapters that go over genealogy. And you have to think that, okay, they just made that like all fiction for whatever, the deception. No, it's really our genealogy and our history. And these things all match up.
Yeah.
Is Jen there? Hey, Jen.
I'm right here. I'm sorry. I just got some news that a friend of ours passed away. He was on his way to passing, and today he passed.
I'm sorry.
I just found out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to mute for a minute. You keep talking.
Okay. Well, I'll keep playing.
Specific churches in specific cities, which we can see the fulfillment of today with our very eyes. All we have to do is look up the names of these churches, such as the church in Sardis, Turkey, where ancient temples and giant pillars were buried deep below the ground, sometimes 20 to 30 feet. Jesus was speaking to the people who stood before him and spoke to them about the events that are to come before his return. In the book of Matthew, Jesus Christ told his generation that they will not pass away until Armageddon is fulfilled.
And when I first learned this passage, people would talk about it by saying he's discussing a scene in the future. But when you break down some of these passages, like this one, where he says he's talking to some people right in front of him.
Yeah,
So
he wouldn't say this generation. He would say that generation, not this one.
Yeah. So I believe the religions tried to skew it to make us deceived that it's a future event, when I think he's saying exactly what he's saying. This generation. And in fact, there's another part in the scriptures where he says, even God says, even the person that pierced Jesus will see him come back. And so that has to be one of the Roman persons that did it. So that would tell us that we went through his coming. We see the evidence. And now we're at the very end of the book, which is the same thing. He's going to come back and it's over.
Besides the massive earthquakes, wars, and rumors of wars and anomalies in the skies, Jesus also spoke of fervent heat, where the earth and the works therein would be burnt up, as one of the...
Look at that. You guys have covered this quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, Lichtenberg pattern.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just
events
exactly
in
like an
Armageddon.
electrical.
In fact, all throughout
Yeah.
the Bible.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
You can just see how it just snakes through.
Yep.
And then here's all your buildings and stuff or whatever got split in half.
That would make sense if it was going through the earth like that, or the ground, that the heat came up from the bottom, because it's arcing through there and the heat's radiating out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you see the structures, and then as the melt happening, you can see the building just literally liquefying to the heat source, right?
Yes.
Like melted butter.
Right.
Yeah, it got to start like at some like point, maybe like a Tower of Babel or something like this, where it's all started and propagated through the ground. You know, it's
Or like both you've been discussing multiple towers of Babel.
yeah, exactly.
Babel. Babel.
Either one.
You say Babel, I say Babel, but yes,
say
all
wars and anomalies in the skies. Jesus also spoke of fervent heat, where the earth and the works therein would be burnt up, as one of the events in Armageddon. In fact, all throughout the Bible, God shows his wrath in the form of a consuming fire, because he himself is a consuming fire, as stated in the book of Hebrews. We see evidence of the aftermath of his consuming fire all around us.
So the narrative, I guess, would be that they built this into the rock, right? Not that it melted into this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's just like the top of this building, right?
Exactly. Yeah. The rest of it's all melted away underneath.
Yeah. The top, like the interior parts of the, we see the exterior, but it could be like the interior. We don't know.
And as big as these are, see now we're getting like, say, ape cave size holes.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on here?
Those with eyes to see will see it, such as the Valley of Fire in Utah, which is a very interesting name for a valley.
Those who have eyes to see it will see it. And we have the eyes to see it, guys.
Right?
That's why you're here.
Fire got its name when a AAA official was traveling through the park at sunset in the 1920s. This official reportedly said that the entire valley looked like it was on fire, hence the name, the Valley of Fire. Yet the secular world convinces us through theoretical science that these strange rock formations, canyons, and valleys that we find all across our world, which appear as if they've been through a heating cataclysm, are just geologic anomalies.
Nice.
Our world, which appear as if they've been through a heating cataclysm.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
That's a nice one.
Yep. And what he's saying right here resembles to what we were saying in the very beginning of the documentary, When the Buildings Cried. They tell us these mountains and gorges and canyons are all, took millions of years to form, but clearly that's not the case.
Yeah. And also we've been like indoctrinated with the words, because when he used the word fire, we see in our minds like fire, like real fire,
What flames? Yeah.
with flames and stuff. But it could also mean like just eat from another source. It's, but that's what we know about what fire is. But I have fire inside of me, but it's not like a fire. It's just an example. But you can
Well, it
use it.
says in the Bible, God melted stuff, and this shit looks
Yeah.
melted.
It does. All right, let's see. Let's keep going.
Cataclysm.
Because wouldn't that be something that a loving creator or father that really loves you and wants you to survive and to leave remnants of the people that didn't listen, so that way you won't have to go through it, and we just ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fascinating.
Hence the theological narrative.
Right. And then that clip you're going to have to get that you played earlier, that was, what was it? As a non-geological building, whatever that was hilarious. Let's see.
Logic anomalies that are naturally formed through the unreasonable time frame of millions, sometimes even billions of years. The truth is that we do not need physical evidence to believe what God said.
Look at that. Is anyone there?
I'm right here. I'm just staring at it. It looks like the interior spaces of the building that we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And almost in like an MC Escher kind of situation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my gosh, look, you got holes in windows, doors, whatever. And then you got them facing this way, and what's going on in here?
A big empty room with one side missing.
Yeah. What's going on? Oh, my gosh. My arrow doesn't know where to look. Okay. Yeah.
Yet in his mercy and glory, the Most High has left us with this evidence for all who want to open their eyes and see.
Exactly.
He has left this evidence not only in the ruins that are everywhere all over the world, but also given us the evidence we need by illuminating who it is.
This guy gets it. He gets the melt. And I love it because he's a really good researcher and he's got a lot of subscribers. And and he sees the melt too. So it's we're not crazy. We're not sniffing glue all day long.
Anybody knows who this, how to reach? I mean, I'll maybe email him, but I think it'd be fun to interview him if he wants to talk about this.
I did leave a comment on one of his videos about wanting him on my show, and I left my email. I haven't heard anything, but yeah, we should all try to get a hold of him if we can.
Yeah, we'll see. But see, like this picture we've used a bunch of times. It's identical to the Statue of Liberty. And I used to talk about that with you and also with Steve about when you look at the foot of the Statue of Liberty, one of her ankles has broken the chains. I mean, it's exactly described as Revelation was saying, the short season of Satan, or little season, pizza. And think about this. Let's say that it started in 1776 or whatever it was. That would be, he wanted his statue to say who's in charge now. And so you get that because she's holding that book. It looks like Owen Wilson now, but he's holding the book and it tells the date. And I don't know. It's pretty wild. But it looks just like this picture of Lucifer or Satan or whatever this is, famous painting.
Yeah.
Yes.
This world,
Looks like
we can
Prometheus.
clearly see within all world systems, educational, medical, agricultural, philosophical,
You got to hear
scientific,
this part. I talked over, but this is interesting what he says here.
all over the world, but also given us the evidence we need by illuminating who it is that currently rules this world. We can clearly see within all world systems, educational, medical, agricultural, philosophical, scientific, academic, archaeological, and historical, who is behind everything. When we truly know God, we know his enemy. In fact, the scripture states to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And we should be able to spot Satan's devices from miles away and not be ignorant of them. Through the medium of education and false teaching in the modern 24th century church, we have been taught to ignore the obvious signs of some kind of cataclysmic event that occurred in our not so distant past.
Roman bath.
These lies are taught to hide the evidence of God's wrath. Most of us know that carbon dating is flawed. We know the deception of evolution we know that the rulers of this world want to blind all from God's truth. Yet again, in his glory, he has made it so that all we have to do is open our eyes and look, and all we have to do is read his word and believe. For he opposes the proud, but shows grace and favor to the humble.
I didn't realize there were so many Moai. If you're still here, Juan Truth, I apologize. Don't have nightmares. Okay.
That God did not fulfill his promise of judgment and calamity like the world has never seen, exactly when he said he would do it, is to believe the exact opposite of what he said. Jesus told his generation in detail that they will not die until the events of Armageddon unfold. In the book of Revelation, John even told the 7 churches that he is their brother and companion in the coming tribulation. Concerning the events of Armageddon, the book of Revelation states that the heaven will roll up like a scroll, and that every mountain and island will be moved from their place. Revelation chapter 6.
We've talked about this. He has a very interesting take about how another lie they teach us, what the Milky Way is, and how we're seeing, we're seeing through our solar system. Or maybe it's just this specific passage that happened.
Verse 14.
That's right.
And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. We see evidence of the heavens being once departed like a scroll from what the secular world told us is the Milky Way. On a clear night, away from light pollution, the Milky Way looks like an arch in the sky, a possible scar in the firmament. Evidence of the heavens departing like a scroll during the events of Armageddon.
That's pretty
We
cool,
also
right?
see evidence of mountains and islands.
That's pretty cool, right?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Because everything, like even the rainbow, you find out that it's actually a complete, circle viewed certain ways. And this, Milky Way, they always just show you, that scene because that's usually what your view is. But when you can get a decent enough view, you can see it is a complete dome shape.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw the Milky Way. I moved here, and I was near the Talladega Forest where I used to live, and you could see it. I didn't even realize what it was. I'm like, what is that in the sky? Because I had never seen it before. Too much light pollution everywhere else I lived. But to see it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, like, look at that thing. It was incredible.
Yeah, I've done it myself. I spent like nights drinking coffee and taking the pictures of the Milky Way, and like doing what do they call it again? My God, I'm having a blank. But yeah, I've been doing like a couple times, just staying outside with a camera, because you gotta have that aperture like open for a couple minutes just to have a clean shot of all the stars. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
Okay.
Like time lapse?
Yeah, time lapse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Time lapse. There you go. Okay.
Milky Way looks like an arch in the sky, a possible scar in the firmament. Evidence of the heavens departing like a scroll during the
And the
events
other possibility I've said is when the heavens opened during the flood, the waters had to come in from the top and the bottom. And so maybe this is where it was sealed back up, and that's the scar tissue from that. I mean, either
That's
way.
what I always thought it had to do with the flood.
Yeah. Yeah.
of Armageddon. We also see evidence of mountains and islands being moved from their place. This is known as Pangea.
Right? They taught us.
When the continent we now know as North America was contiguous with Africa, South America, and Europe, they all existed as a single supercontinent called Pangea. Of course, the secular world once again tells us that these continents split during the unreasonable, unprovable timescale of millions of years. Pangea could have possibly happened in our not-so-distant past during the events of Armageddon. In fact, this would explain how the disciples were able to spread the gospel during their time to the whole world. And the reason is because the world used to be a single landmass before Armageddon took place and moved every island and mountain out of their places. The gospel of Jesus Christ was spread to the entire world during his generation, and we can find evidence of this in many historical records and stories, even in places as far as ancient China. During the Han Dynasty in ancient China, There was an emperor named Guangwu. Emperor Guangwu was a Chinese emperor that was born on January 5th, 5 BC, and died March 29th, 57 AD. Emperor Guangwu reigned during the time of Christ's death and resurrection. The fact that he and astronomers knew Christ was God is shown in the Chinese historical records dated around 31 AD.
You see what it says? Let's see. The scholar stated it is nothing for, in other words, the Lord God is one. Okay, wait, it's later.
Historical records dated around 31 AD. These are real historical records translated to English. This is the history of Latter Han Dynasty, Volume 1, Chronicles of Emperor.
Yeah, this. Summer, 4th month of the year, on the day of Ren Wu, the imperial edict reads, Yin and Yang have mistakenly switched, and the sun and moon were eclipsed. All of these are biblically written. And the sins of all the people are now on one man. Sounds a lot like the story of Jesus. Pardon is proclaimed to all under heaven. Why on earth would this Chinese philosopher be discussing this?
Exactly.
Guangwu, 7th year. Yin and Yang have mistakenly switched, and the sun and moon were eclipsed. The sins of all the people are now on one man. Pardon is proclaimed to all under heaven. In the day of Goihai, the last day of the month, there was a solar eclipse. The emperor avoided the throne room, suspended all military activities, and did not handle official business for 5 days. Another historical record says, eclipse on the day of Goihai, man from heaven died. History of Latter Han, number 18. As we know, when Christ died, there was darkness that covered the earth. The book of Mark, chapter 15, verse 33. From the 6th hour until the 9th hour, darkness came over all the land. 3 days after the eclipse, this was recorded by Chinese astronomers, and this is found in the history of Latter Han, number 18. During the reign of Emperor Guangwu, on the day of Bing Yin of the 4th month of Jianwu, a halo, a rainbow encircled the sun.
And then right here, he shows that. Right here, Ezekiel 128. All around him was like a glowing halo, like a rainbow shining on a rainy day. This is what the glory of the Lord looked like to me. And so he's, referencing that, which it could very well connect to this halo that he saw encircling the sun. So
a halo, a rainbow encircled.
Don't we all see that now too? All of a sudden, because whatever's happening in the sky, I'm seeing rainbows around the sun all the time now. Are you guys getting those?
I see those, and I see them around the moon. Even a half moon, I saw a rainbow circle around.
And then I even have it on my opening. There's like just a random cloud, and there's like a rainbow squished in the middle of it. It's very weird. You guys just got to look up. It's pretty amazing.
The sun. Christ's resurrection also apparently caused a celestial event that was observable. It is clear that Christ did not hide himself from the Chinese people. The Holy Spirit sent Paul and the apostles of his church through the ancient world to preach the gospel before the events of Armageddon took place. Yet it always seemed that ancient China was overlooked. It was never overlooked. God knew the Chinese people already saw the signs in the heavens. As the Bible states, we need to test all things. Your denominations, the schools, the science we were taught, even myself, test all things. Everything you hear or everything you believe or were taught to believe, test it. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to support this channel, I do have a Patreon. The link is in the bio below. Please like, share, and comment your honest thoughts. Thank you so much. Till next time. God bless.
And that's Alpha Talks.
Yeah, drop that link again. He's got such good research. I really like the way he puts his stuff together.
Yeah, very concise, very well spoken.
Very well spoken.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'll figure out how to put this in here. But pretty good, huh? I like that one.
Yeah, that is really good. And he does really good stuff on the millennial reign of Christ. Remember, we were talking about the timeline and everything. We use his work for that as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, guys. I'm gonna go chill out with my husband. He's pretty upset.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry, Jen.
Thank you guys. I love you. There's just so much stuff happening this year. It's too crazy.
Crazy for fun.
Oh, I don't have a wrench. I think I put it in there, but it didn't work. So, I will put it in the little.
You don't have a wrench?
No, of course not. And I'll put it in the private chat. You can.
Yeah. I think you never have been in any chat on my channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry.
I think I put it in the private chat. I believe.
Okay, well, I don't see you if you put like a comment on the chat. That will.
No, I put it in the private chat on the StreamYard.
Oh, I got it. I'll get it. I'm
All right.
copying it now. Sorry. Put it over here.
Yeah, because I don't.
There we go. Boom, baby.
I think I only had like two mods on. Like you, Mark.
Wow. This was so much fun. And you had consistently between 30 to 40 some people here, and had a great time. Someone said this is a trippy stream. I would concur. 16 Alpha Feet.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, it was good, Shabu. We're gonna do it again soon.
Yeah, it's not just me. You were there, and without you and Richard, I don't do nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the man, Shabu.
No.
You're the man.
The man with all the folders.
Yeah, that's right. That's very true. I
love it.
Fantastic.
All right, so I have one for you guys on the way out here. There you go. I never use it.
Nice. Thank you so much for allowing me on. I love you both and love you in the chat. And God willing, let's do this again. And we'll see you Friday at some point.
Thanks for joining me. And I'm just gonna show something for Melanie and the people here.
There she is.
Here's Jinx. Talk to the people now.
Yeah, you've been talking all night. What do you want to say, Jinx?
Don't want to talk now?
Oh,
Jinx.
Oh,
okay.
She loves her daddy.
No, yeah. She loves everyone right now, I think.
Oh, melt your heart, man. What a cutie.
Okay.
She looks like
Sarah, I have no idea where she is, so you're not getting her tonight, but she's around.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me and Jen and on this first live stream on my channel, and maybe not the last, but we never
Definitely not the last.
Definitely not.
Well, thank you guys, and I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Shapu, I'm gonna end the broadcast on this end. Is that okay with you?
Yes, do it.
All right.
You
All right,
gonna
guys.
say that thing you say, Jen? I want to hear.
Let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you guys, and we are out of here.